Skol, 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 Vikings Nation. Can you feel it? The 2026 NFL Draft is already casting a massive shadow over the Minnesota Vikings, and trust me, what's happening behind the scenes might shock you. After a major front office shakeup, the big question is, are the Vikings truly ready for this next chapter? Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is out as general manager. And now the man steering the ship toward the 2026 NFL Draft is none other than longtime Cap wizard Rob Brzezinski. Yes, that Rob Brzezinski, the mastermind who has maneuvered the Vikings through salary cap storms for over 2 decades. And despite the turbulence, one thing is crystal clear. The show goes on in Minnesota. This is not a rebuild in panic mode. This is a franchise recalibrating. And with the Vikings holding the number 18 overall pick, the entire NFL world is watching to see what direction Minnesota Vikings leadership takes in one of the most crucial drafts in recent years. Let's talk about that number 18 spot. History tells us something powerful. Elite talent has come out of that exact draft position. We're not talking about role players, we're talking about Pro Bowlers, All-Pros, even Super Bowl MVPs. Chad Pennington went 18th in 2000. Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP, was taken there in 2008. Maurkice Pouncey, a 9-time Pro Bowler, landed at 18 in 2010. More recently, players like Jair Alexander and Jack Campbell have proven that this slot can produce cornerstone defensive pieces. So Vikings fans, don't let anyone tell you 18th overall is too late. Talent is there. Development is what matters. And that's where the collaboration between Vikings scouts, coaches, and ownership becomes absolutely critical in shaping the future of the Minnesota Vikings news. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the secondary. Over the past 6 seasons, the Vikings have consistently ranked outside the top 15 in coverage grades. Last season, they had just 8 interceptions, tied for 25th in the league. That's not championship-level production. Mock drafts across the board are screaming one message. Minnesota needs help on the back end. Cornerback, safety, maybe both. And with Brian Flores running a chaos-driven defensive scheme, versatility and man coverage skills are at a premium. One name popping up repeatedly is Avion Terrell out of Clemson. A fast, fluid cover corner with elite ball skills and instincts. Over the past 2 seasons, he earned a 90.6 PFF grade, ranking 5th among Power 4 cornerbacks. That's not hype, that's production. Terrell recorded 58 tackles, 2 interceptions, 12 passes broken up, and 3 forced fumbles in 2024. He plays bigger than his 5'11", 180-pound frame and brings that competitive fire Vikings fans love. But here's the concern: durability at the next level. Another hot name? Colton Hood from Tennessee. Physical at the line, aggressive at the catch point, and blessed with elite deep speed. Analysts love his length, hip fluidity, and competitiveness. Some believe he could become Brian Flores' new defensive chess piece. Mansour Delane from LSU is also gaining traction. A technician who thrives in both man and zone, disruptive at the catch point, and capable of playing press or off coverage. For a defense built on disguises and blitz packages, that versatility is gold. And don't sleep on Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo. A 6'3" safety with 8 interceptions over the past 3 seasons. If Harrison Smith, who just turned 37, doesn't return, the Vikings will need a new enforcer in the middle of the field. McNeil-Warren's length and range could instantly upgrade Minnesota's ability to eliminate passing windows. Imagine Flores dialing up pressure while having a young, athletic safety patrolling behind it. That's how you generate turnovers. Speaking of turnovers, the Vikings were aggressive in free agency last year but didn't draft a defensive player until round 5. That cannot happen again if this defense is going to evolve into a true top 10 unit. There are also day 2 names floating around like Lee Hunter from Texas Tech, a disruptive defensive tackle who impressed at the Senior Bowl, and Arkansas running back Mike Washington. The Vikings could use depth and youth across multiple positions. And let's not forget, the NFL Scouting Combine is right around the corner, running February 23rd through March 2nd in Indianapolis. That's where draft boards explode. 40-yard dash times, vertical jumps, interviews, medicals, everything shifts. We've seen players skyrocket into the first round after a dominant combined performance. So while these mock drafts are fun, and they absolutely are, nothing is locked in yet for the Minnesota Vikings. One more thing, Vikings Nation, there's mention of Sam Darnold hoisting a Lombardi trophy with Seattle. That storyline doesn't align with current verified league history. As of now, there is no confirmed Super Bowl title for Darnold with the Seahawks. So let's keep our analysis grounded in reality and focus on what truly impacts the Vikings moving forward. What we do know is this: Minnesota last used the 18th pick on Garrett Bradbury. Solid player. Super Bowl appearance. But this time, the stakes feel different. This feels like a pick that could redefine the trajectory of the franchise. Rob Brzezinski now carries the responsibility of aligning scouting, coaching, and ownership into one unified vision. 2+ decades inside the building gives him a 360-degree understanding of what this organization needs. So I'm asking you, Vikings fans, if you're on the clock at number 18, who are you taking? Do you lock down a corner like Terrell or Hood? Do you secure the future at safety? Or do you shock the league and go another direction entirely? Drop your predictions in the comments. Let's debate it like true Minnesota Vikings diehards. The draft is coming, the pressure is building, and the future of the Vikings is about to take shape. If you're loving these deep dives into Vikings news and Minnesota Vikings news updates, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Skull brother and sister you know. The road to the draft is just heating up, and we're riding it together. Skull.